Alright guys, there it is. That was our Pokemon Yellow intro there. Okay, Pikachu's looking alright now. Anyway, so in our last video you guys saw, we made our way through Mount Moon, beat up Jesse and James at the end. We got our Lord Helix fossil. We'll have to get that to Cinnabar and deal with that later, so that's gonna be a while. But today we will be moving forward. The plan here, as long as nothing goes wrong, obviously, is to get to Misty and to beat her today. So that should be our goal for this Nuzlocke. Now, we did not catch a Pokemon on this last floor of Mount Moon, so that's kind of where we're going to be looking to start out here. Is to go back and get a Pokemon here, not on this floor. Here we are. So let's see what we can find. Clefairy would be kind of cool. The reason why we're going back and doing this now is because otherwise we're not going to be able to do it for a little bit. I don't believe anyway. Because I think we have to get to Vermilion, where Lieutenant Surge is, and go through the SSN, get cut, and then go through Diglett's cave to make our way around back to the start of Mount Moon. So just want to get this done as we keep running into Zubat, which we already have for those of you who have been following. We own 12. We got Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Pidgey, Rattata, Pikachu, Nidoran, Female, Nidorina, and Zubat, Mankey. So we have Geodude as well. And of course we bought that Magikarp, so that's in there too. Just wanted to go do a quick run through for you guys real quick in case anybody else has forgotten. I'm doing two Nuzlockes alongside of each other, and I've already messed up a little bit on my Pokemon Green Nuzlocke, and that's the Japanese version. So we are doing that Nuzlocke in Japanese. But I already have made a mistake in that. We keep running into Zubats. I'm really hoping to see... I'm going to have to assume it's got to be Clefairy that has to appear. Oh, here's Paris. I was beginning to wonder if he existed. And he makes his appearance. Now Paris can be kind of annoying. Oh, here we go. He has status conditions, and he actually has a decent, like, he does pretty good damage with Scratch. So he can be kind of annoying. Okay. Kind of whittling away. How much is this going to do to Pikachu? Alright, we got him in the yellow. Maybe hit him one more time here. See if this will be enough. We're getting lucky with this paralysis here on Paris. Alright, that's what I like to see. A good, quick, easy capture to start off the episode. As we get Paris, the mushroom Pokemon. I suspect he'll be a decent backup option for us, as he gives us another Pokemon to inflict status conditions. but we'll see how things roll out. I think there is something up here, is there? Oh. Oh, that's odd. Okay. I thought it was gonna do the Pikachu thing instead of picking something up, but we have ourselves a Great Ball, which is always useful. Well, let's take a look at what... Oh, don't know what TM is. Whirlwind. Not particularly useful. Well, I shouldn't say it's completely not useful, but... So here we switch to blue, which makes sense. This town's gym leader is obviously Misty in her water type, so we go to the Cerulean Blue. Definitely needed to heal as we were all pretty beat up from Mount Moon. Just trying to see if there's anything I don't really like in here. And I think that for now this team works. Obviously, as we move on, things will be fine too. I do like Geodude, and we have a Geodude. And he might be particularly useful for when we get to Lieutenant Surge, but there's also Diglett. I just hope we run into a Diglett when we get there, because I've had a Nuzlocke be kind of messed up a little bit by Doug Trio appearing as our first Pokemon in there, so leaving Pikachu in front, I guess. I don't know if Sandshrew is still in this fridge. I just want to make sure of one thing. Okay, no. You might see me switch back to the Pokedex at times. It's just an issue of running multiple Nuzlocks at the same time. It's very, very easy to get confused. So I kind of apologize for that, guys. So, we run into Sandshrew. Okay. Pikachu is not particularly going to be effective here. Ooh. That did a little bit more damage than I thought. Can I not get a critical hit is the question. Alright. That's always a little dangerous. Get a little concerned when I know that a critical hit might have ruined our chances there. So we pick up Sandshrew here as our second quick, easy capture of the episode. Kind of rolling them out here. That's kind of what I like to see. So we get Sandshrew, the mouse Pokemon. Another Pokemon that will be a decent option for Lieutenant Surge, and as the game goes on, you know, maybe we'll play around with a few Pokemon just to do some different things and have some backup options as we go along. Because so far in both my Nuzlocks, I've kind of kept the same team all the way, and the Green Nuzlocke, as of this episode, as I'm recording right now, we just cleared the SSN. So we're really not that far from the, you know, where we're at in this Nuzlocke. So, guys, our plan here, and this, we're looking a lot better shape than my green version was at this point in time. We're going to do some quick level grinding, which means the music is going to speed up and all that, but we kind of want to get everybody to level 20, and then we are going to go have some fun doing that Nugget Bridge, and going to see Bill. But we also get to fight G-Flan again. So let's do a little bit of prep for our fun times ahead. You know, Sandshrew does actually give good EXP. I first noticed that in my green Nuzlocke. That was pretty impressive EXP. Oh, Mankey's also here. So this must be another game where we will not be seeing Ekin, which is too bad. Oh, hello, our friend Sandshrew. Kinda likes to ruin Pikachu's fun in this game. Or this route, I should say. Let's go quickly heal. Not really sure the next level Pikachu learns anything at. Oh crap, here's the sand attack fun. Very frustrating to get into a sand attack battle with those things. They're very defensive, and I've had Pokemon that are, you know, grinding for levels here before and just wasting all sorts of PP and time because we keep missing. Never a fun deal when you run into these types of Pokemon at times. But they do give decent EXP, or they're, you know, much higher seemingly than the other Pokemon on the route, so we can't sit here and complain too much. Mankey appears to be the really... Oh, actually Spearow gives 99. Well, and here we go. Here is Pikachu learning another move. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a very great move, but something new to play with nonetheless. Alright, Pikachu has hit level 20. Let's move on to our friend Pidgey. Oh boy, here we go again. We already talked about this. Sandshrew getting 2 critical hits off. Kind of annoying. Forcing us to heal again. So, kind of curious, you know, did anybody else ever play through this game using a Clefairy or Jigglypuff? Were they at all particularly useful in this generation? You guys should let me know, because I was kind of wanting to capture a Clefairy, but we did not get it. Okay, but here is an evolution for you guys, decently early. Alright, look at that beautiful Pidgeotto. Very good. Like that. So, we have an evolved Pokemon here early. Always good. Now we just have to wait for that flying type move, which I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that Pidgeotto's first flying type move will be Wing Attack. I'm just not sure at what level. So we hit 19. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, I'm curious, has anybody else sat here and used Clefairy or Jigglypuff? And Can they be particularly useful or not? I'm very curious to know your guys' opinions on that matter. Because in one of our games, we have such Pokemon as those. Captured. I won't say which ones, but it'd be very interesting to use. Alright, here's level 20 Pidgeotto. So, on to the next, right guys? Here's our Rattata. Let's try and train Rattata here. Get him up to level 20. Alright, we have to be careful of those. Okay, now they just want to appear. The game's trying to spook us by throwing all these Mankeys in a row. So we didn't kill that Sandshrew in one hit. I kind of know that now. So we shouldn't have much longer for a Rattata evolution, I don't think. So maybe we'll have a couple evolutions for you guys this episode, which should be kind of nice. Back over here. Are we gonna be blocked? Thank you, strange guy. Here's another Mankey. I guess we're kind of lucky that Karate Chop is a normal type move. Otherwise, that could be really bad for our Rattata, who is definitely not a defensive Pokemon. Who's going to want to sit here and take hits. But Hyper Fang is an awesome move at this point in the game, and Rattata is pretty effective for quite a while. Level 19. And we are out of Hyper Fang. So we're going to get into a quick attack battle. Here we go. Heal really quick. Let's go back out. Oh boy. Not what I like. And we are doing all sorts of missing this time around. Alright. Oops. We'll quick attack Sandshrew out of here. Actually, quick attack is doing some good damage as well. Maybe I should have been more open to that. Alright, here we go. I thought it was coming up. Here's our big, beautiful Raticate. Look at that. Look at those chompers in there. Alright, you guys. So we have Nidorina, Butterfree, and Mankey left. I'm not really... Hopefully Mankey can just kind of, with that high attack power, take these birds out quick. Otherwise, Spearow could end up becoming really annoying. I am hoping that Nidorina with this double kick will keep proving useful. I don't know. I really hope that if I take this, use this Moonstone on Nidorina, because I believe so far that's the only Pokemon I have that can use the Moonstone, that Nidoqueen might end up proving to be a little bit more useful. Because I really hate to say this, but I think in my Pokemon Green Nuzlocke, Nidorina has kind of been the most, the least useful Pokemon. Even more so because in Green, she does not get Double Kick. See, Double Kick was a whole balancing thing for Brock. You know, start off with Pikachu, they're trying to feed you Pokemon that have fighting moves, so you can have an easier time with Brock, and yeah, guys, instead of Double Kick, oh, here it is. I was gonna say, instead of Double Kick, Nidorina has Poison Sting. And it's definitely not as useful, in my opinion at least, as Double Kick. Oops. So, I don't know. She has not proven to be the most effective team member in my opinion, but my hope is that maybe Nidoqueen, a little bit of a stat boost from evolution, can do something for us, so. Alright. Shouldn't have too much more time to invest in her here. Alright, that's what I thought. So, Butterfree and Mankey, we're gonna have to kind of be careful here. Both of these Pokemon are weak to flying types. And as you guys have seen, we've been encountering a lot of Spearow, and here we go. Alright, nice. This one's level 10 now. And that's what I was worried about. And this one's level 12. This is a very dangerous game we're playing. Not really liking the raising Butterfree right there, but we can just keep running into Sandshrew and Mankey, make me be a lot happier. Spearow would have been kind of a cool option, although I guess I'm not as much of a fan of Spearow as I am Pidgeot. So, but you know, it's always cool to do something different, which is why I was asking you guys about Jigglypuff and Clefairy earlier, and that's kind of one of the cool things. Oh, hold on, Super Sonic. Oh. No. Anyway, what I was trying to say was I think that's one of the cool things about Nuzlocke is that it can sometimes force you to use Pokemon that we don't commonly use. And we probably at some point will end up in a situation where that's going to happen. I don't normally use Butterfree, so maybe it's already kind of happened. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like I've used Butterfree for Brock in the past and early on. So maybe that's not the best example to go with. Imagine how fun it would be if I was trying to raise that Magikarp right now. I do expect that to be one Pokemon I'm going to raise later. I think I said that before. I want to have Gyarados. But I just want to save the training for a little bit down the road. As a Spearow knocks itself out in confusion. Geodude's another kind of one that I like to raise. Unfortunately, we won't be able to really evolve Graveler, so we'll kind of be stuck at that point, but I've liked Geodude, and Geodude will be a good option for Lieutenant Surge as well. Especially if, for whatever, Diglett doesn't have a lot of defense, and, if we find a Diglett in Diglett's Cave as our first Pokemon, and we kill it, or something else happens, it will certainly be a good backup option to that. And some people still may choose to use Geodude over Diglett. But we are looking a little far ahead as we still have to make our way through Cerulean and Misty. And have to go see our friend Bill. Before we get there. So, we're doing pretty good at killing these Spearows right off the bat. Which is kind of what I was hoping with Mankey, with its high attack power. And Karate Chop has a high critical hit ratio, I believe, as we're already seeing. I also don't know if... Somebody might have to correct me if speed in these games factors into the critical hit ratio as well. Alright guys, we should be closing in on that level 20 mark for Mankey, and then we can make our way up to Nugget Bridge, and we can start to do some progression story-wise and all that for you guys. Because I'm really looking forward to doing that. Alright, that's what I like to see. We'll make our way back to the Pokemon Center, and then we'll make our way to Nugget Bridge. I wonder if that's going to stay blue as well. I have not played Yellow before this Nuzlocke here for a long time. And if you guys have watched the first couple episodes, you'll hear me talk a lot about the color changes. And it still kind of throws me for a loop. Some of them I like. Other ones I haven't really liked. I really wasn't a fan of like the pewter gray. Like, I got why it was that color, but it doesn't mean that it looks good to me. But it is kind of cool that they were like trying to match colors to, the area and gym leaders and all that stuff. So I don't know if anybody has ever seen, I think it's like the British soldiers that protect the Queen, and anybody ever thought that that guy standing in front of the cave over there was wearing one of those big hats? I always, when I was younger, thought he was wearing like a big hat, and it was supposed to like symbolize that he's like a guard. He's protecting and watching this cave. Obviously not the case. That's just the weird way that the cave kind of looks behind him. We definitely don't want Mankey first because I'm almost certain he starts off with Pidgeotto. And what I'm talking about here, guys, is G-Flan, our rival, should be making an appearance. Alright, let's see what you got, G-Flan. In this game he has Spearow. You guys are gonna hear me a lot if you haven't noticed. I keep going back to the older games. I have not played Yellow for so long. So some things are not matching up because Yellow does different things. And it's kind of cool. It's a different experience on the Gen 1 games. I do like Yellow. It is kind of a little bit of a different experience. Sandshrew, which I don't recall him having in the older games, because I think it was an Abra. Huh. Let's go with Butterfree for this. Alright. And Confusion. Nice. Oh, he got through it though. But we should knock out this Sandshrew. Now I'm curious if he still has a Rattata or not. Alright, he still has a Rattata, so that part hasn't changed. And actually, Mankey should be able to sweep up the rest of his team here. As he's going to go for a quick attack, of course. He wants to get one last piece of damage in. Now, his last Pokemon should be Eevee, yes? Here we go. Let's take care of this Eevee here. Oh. Luckily that we both missed, because I just want to kill this thing in one hit. Alright. G-Flan is out of here. Take it easy. So, one thing I've always been curious about is did our rival just like leave Bill's place and then right after that Bill turned himself into a Pokemon, or did he walk in and Bill was a Pokemon, force Bill to show him his Pokedex dev, and then leave Bill there? I don't know. Maybe it's explained somewhere. I'm just not really sure. Alright, so we kind of just patched ourselves up a little bit. We didn't take a ton of hits and damage, but better to be safe than sorry as we continue on through Nugget Bridge, now that we got G-Flan out of here. Alright, so it reverted back to kind of this greenish yellow. I can't remember if the front guy is a... We'll put Pidgeotto in front. Look at this fabulous prize of Nugget Bridge. Alright, so we got to deal with Caterpie right off the bat. Not really a big challenge. I'm gonna open a soda here, guys. Oh no. One of our cats might join us here. You start hearing meowing, that's a friendly cat Boo coming up. So here's one of these extremely rare Weedles. They're almost mythical. Kind of a joke I've had there. I just was surprised that there was not a single bug catcher in Viridian Forest that we encountered anyway, unless I missed somebody that did not have, or that had a Weedle. Nobody had a Weedle. Alright, I don't know what this girl has, but let's check it out. I almost thought she has a Pidgey. That's kind of why I put Pikachu back in front. My guessing was right. Some things don't change. From the original games. Oh, critical. And by original, I mean red. Or green, red, and blue, excuse me. I have to add green in because we are playing that. I'm gonna go back to Butterfree. We'll take our super effective confusion out on this thing. And down goes number 2 on this bridge. I think this is a youngster. I don't really like in this game that youngsters and bug catchers and they still had certain trainers using the same sprites. So unless you really were really familiar with these games, you wouldn't always know. I don't like that. So let's get rid of this Rattata right now. And here's an Ekans. I am curious if Butterfree can knock it out, but we're gonna go for Nidorina. Have Nidorina get some action in here. Just gonna go for Scratch because double kick. Oh, excuse me. Will not be very effective. So, and Scratch is doing decent damage. Oh yes. Well, luckily that wrap didn't last very long, so. Zubat. Now the only annoying thing this thing can do against an arena is Supersonic. Oh boy. Shouldn't have said anything. Come on, let's just get through it. Alright, that did not hamper us very long. Alright, one girl left here. Toss Raticate in there. I basically just want to get the Nugget Bridge and then we can go back and heal. I'm hoping that we can do that. I don't know, if it gets too many Pokemon on below half health, we'll just go back. But come on, Raticate. There we go. This could be dangerous. Alright. The only reason it might be dangerous is because that thing, I can't... I have it in arena, but now I can't remember exactly what level she learned Double Kick at, so... So we have this guy, and then there's gonna be that strange guy at the end of the bridge there. Oh boy. Oh, this isn't a good matchup. It's alright, the computer won't go for I was gonna say the computer won't go for the fighting type move, but Mankyu's ability to sit here and dish out critical hits with Karate Chop is actually kind of frustrating to fight against. Alright, this might have been what we should have done. Should have just sent out Butterfree. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. We should be able to pretty easily beat our last friendly trainer here, who just gave us a nugget, but seems to have another motive, such as having us join Team Rocket. Yeah, we're just gonna have to give him a taste of what we're gonna do to Team Rocket in this game. I'm kind of glad they ditched this whole these sprites later on for Team Rocket holding a whip. This should be a pretty simple battle. Eradicate will sweep it up. Alright, so yeah, we're not really interested in Team Rocket, so thanks for the offer. Alright, so unless something's changed in Yellow, we have a very big danger of encountering Abra. It would be kind of cool if it did, because Abra would be it would give us a psychic type Pokemon, which would be kind of nice, because I think our only other upcoming option for the really near future is Drowsy. But I like Abra better. But the big thing about Abra is that Abra teleports. And we're going to either have to gamble between tossing out our Great Ball right away, or taking a gamble on taking a turn into paralysis. This is all if we encounter such an Abra, but here comes Rattata here. Oh boy. Let's just see if we can knock this thing out with confusion here. Alright, so we got that. Alright guys, moment of truth. What will it be? Oh, that is kind of alright. Well, alright. Hopefully a moment of truth next battle here. We get Bellsprout. So no Abra. I'm not technically sure if Abra still appears here or not. I would assume so, but I've actually never used Victory Bell. I don't know for sure anymore. Not in any of my more recent playthroughs in the Japanese versions of these games have I used a Victory Bell. So, it could be an interesting option down the road. If we capture this thing here. What should we do? So, we get Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon, as our newest addition to our Nuzlocke roster here for Yellow. Now, Pikachu's at 27. I do have a nugget. We're just going to use a potion on Pikachu. And we'll push forward here. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that since I haven't played since I haven't played Yellow for so long. That was really kind of random. Huh. I think that after we do Cerulean here, we may take that Charmander out and raise it. And it might replace the arena. Not certain on that, but could happen. If I miss one of the starters in my Nuzlocke videos, you guys might have to let me know, because I might have to do some research too to figure out where they are, so that doesn't really happen again, where we just kind of get taken by surprise and randomly get one of the original starters. So this will be a good setup for Butterfree and Mewtwo combo. It'll be a very good team counter against these hikers. I was really hoping that'd be one hit. But Geodude does have some good defenses. When we clear our first trainer of these many trainers on our way to Bill. Which kind of makes this route annoying as well. But at least you guys get to actually see some battles lined up in this episode, and that's kind of where most of our time will actually go in this episode, is to these trainers on this route. But a big finale at the end with Misty here. I'm hoping we can get through her pretty easily. Actually, I will change to Pikachu. I do want Pikachu to level up a little bit, hopefully, by the time we clear this route. Because Pikachu will probably end up being one of our big damage dealers to Misty, for obvious reasons. Let's switch back to Butterfree here for the moment. I never know what these ones are if they're going to start off with Machop or Geodude. This might be the guy that has Onyx. Crap. This might be the guy that has Onyx. I hope he doesn't have Rock though. Lay it bind. I just kind of want to paralyze it and then switch over to Mankey here. Yeah, you do that. We're not going to be keeping Butterfree in anyway. Alright, did some pretty good damage. Nice. Fully paralyzed. Butterfree's up to 21. There goes the Hiker. You're something. Alright. So, let's see here. I'm not even sure if this is a youngster or a bug catcher anymore. We'll test it out. Was a youngster. Oh, not a good matchup. Alright. This sprite's kind of cool for Slowpoke because he's obviously looks like he's kind of fishing with his tail. Which is how he would evolve. But alright, we made good work of that Slowpoke. So then we got the girl down here. Male Nidoran. Should be able to easily beat this thing with Nidorina. It's doing joke damage to me. A little surprised. I wonder if it has Horn Attack. About to use female Nidorina. We'll keep Nidorina out, even though I said I might get rid of her. It's important that we have some options. Like, everybody in our party is capable of doing something against Misty. In case we need to switch. So I do still want to at least kind of level Nidorina up with us, even though I really am thinking after we clear Misty, we might take that Charmander. Give me a second here, guys. New positioning here. So let's see. I'm gonna start off with Mankey here. This might be bad. He's off to see Bill, obviously. For whatever reason we won't know. To show his collection of Geodudes, maybe? I do think he has a Machop, though. But Mankey will make quick work of the Geodudes. Gain a good level up here. Fury Swing. Alright, so now he finally decides that it's time to use Machop. But not really going to do much against us. As Geodude's going to try to come back. We miss. Oh, alright, well, we finished it this time. So that's over. Now, we're gonna have to lure this guy out, because I think there's an item behind him. Because this guy has a girlfriend. Probably that glass that was back there. But anyway, here we go. Another good fodder for Mankey. See you later. Ekans. Not really good for Mankey. We'll go to Eradicate here. And hopefully a Hyper Fang can take this out. Very good. And we get a level up from that. Now, I think there's one more trainer left. I could be wrong. Let's grab this. TM19. As you can, if we did not lure him out, as you guys can see, we would have had to later come back with Cut. Is this the last guy? Okay, I was wrong. There's 2 people left. And I'm not even sure if that's a bug catcher or not. But let's send out Pidgeotto in front. Then we'll check it out. He knew he had to fight us. Interesting. It is a youngster. He leads off with Ekans. And we will go with Pidgeotto. I'm hoping we can get Pidgeotto level 21. It would be nice if he used Spearow after this. I still wanted to have some fodder for Pikachu. That's not going to work. We'll just leave Pikachu in our back pocket here. One more quick attack will hopefully finish off Sandshrew. And we can take out our last trainer here on this route. There's a level up that we were looking for. And there's Whirlwind, our favorite. Adjust here again. Alright guys, so this should be the last trainer. I'm going to put Pikachu in front. If it's a bad matchup, at least we'll get some EXP. That's what's important here. And this is not really a good matchup. I'm hoping Quick Attack will be 2-hit KO. Okay. It won't be. I'm hoping this thing doesn't have a powder move. And that it will just keep using Absorb and not get critical hits. Alright, down goes Oddish. Let's see what we have next. Perfect. Pidgey is a much better matchup. And a critical hit to boot it. To boot off. That's what we were looking for. That level up. Alright, well, we're not going to waste our time continuing that game of quick attacks, so we'll send out Butterfree here. Hopefully, one hit KO. Very close. Alright, critical hit. Critical hit. We didn't really need that. Alright, let's go check on our friend Bill in here. Pikachu runs right to him. This version makes it kind of cooler, obviously, with Pikachu running up to Bill and interacting a little bit. I guess we'll help Bill with fixing his strange genetics experiment. Somehow also turning himself into a Pokemon in the process. I wonder what Pokemon that he mixed himself with. Is that ever revealed somewhere? I mean, I'm just curious. It must not be a very large Pokemon if he's still... Well, I guess we don't really know the scale of his lab here, but... As we saw, Pikachu was shocked by Bill's transformation back into a human. So we got our ticket for the SSN, which will probably end up being what our next episode's going to focus on towards the end. Kind of weird that Pikachu. Still confused. Now he's following me. Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to Cerulean here. We'll heal up. We're probably gonna go sell this nugget and then buy a couple of potions for Misty, for the fight against Misty, and see if we can take her down. Pikachu is level 21. I'm not certain in Yellow version what level her Starmie is, but we might be able to get another level up in her gym. We'll have to see. I am hoping that this will be enough, though. Cross our fingers, guys. Where am I going? Alright, we should have gone down that way. I saw the bike shop and I was like, oh, no, that's not the store. So we'll sell our nugget from Team Rocket. It's about that's the only thing you can do with them. That's all they're there for. Just double checking. I think potions are still our best healing item, and since we have quite a bit of money, we'll stock up on both potions and Pokeballs. I'm not really sure off the top of my head where Great Balls come in. We have one we found on the ground, but I'm not sure what city they come back in. Or they first pop up in for us. Alright, Pikachu's in front. Let's go fight our swimmer friend here. I think he has a Horsey. I think he has Horsey and Shelter. I know that kind of came out weird, but I was thinking as I was saying it. Alright, so we did really pretty good damage there. We got a critical hit against us. Alright, Horsey's done. Yep, here comes Shelter. Shelter's kind of an interesting color of this game. And that was a one-hit KO on Shelter. Alright, I think the last girl before we fight Misty has a gold D. So... do Misty and Erica have the same sprite? Is that what is going on here? They look pretty similar. Goldeen is actually has some pretty nice coloring in this game. Pretty good damage there. Okay, well, let's hope we don't hit ourselves in confusion. No, that's not gonna work for us. Wow. Okay. Okay, that was really close. That was a very close gamble there, guys. Not really what I was hoping to see happen. But that's how we're gonna finish that off, I guess. I would have liked to be able to just use another potion, but we're just gonna go back and heal. Oh, it's right up here. Yeah, that really, the double tail whips kind of hurt. So when we hit ourselves in confusion, we did a lot more damage. Very lucky that that Peck didn't do very much at all, even with the critical hit. The game really wanted to for us to die there, I think, but for Pikachu anyways. Alright guys, here comes the fateful encounter. Alright guys, here we go. Here comes Misty. Star U. Hopefully we can... Alright, good. That did more than I thought it would. Kind of actually hoping to get a level up off Star U, but oh, good. Now we'll go first after that paralyzation there. Next, defend on Starly. Alright. We might do something similar here. X defend and harden. Not gonna do much for Misty. And that's how we're gonna finish it off. Nice. And then Pikachu gets to level up afterward. And Misty is down. So that ended up being a pretty simple battle. I think we had a harder time against Goldeen than we did Misty. now we can, I think that will apply to Charmander. I don't know if Charmander is ours. And by ours, I mean has, like, it's in our ID number and everything. We'll save here. That's where we're going to end. Alright guys, so basically we, in this episode, cleared our way from Mount Moon into Cerulean. Then we beat G-Flan. We made our way across Nugget Bridge and we cleared out everything above Nugget Bridge and helped out Bill. Came back and beat Misty. So the next episode we should be making our way to and through the SS Anne, and I'm not really sure. I guess depending on how long that episode goes, we might do a little bit more. But anyway, I am looking to possibly release another episode of Pokemon TCG later today. The second trading card game for Game Boy Color, the one that did not come out here in America and Europe. So look forward to that, guys. If you stuck through this whole video, I thank you very much. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to say, leave a comment below. If you guys enjoyed this video, had fun here, be sure to subscribe and like the video, and share it somewhere, let people know. This channel is really just beginning. I've done my utmost best to sit here and kind of do some promoting, but anyway, I thank you guys. I hope you have a good day and happy gaming out there.